Alright guys, how's it going? It is me, Jack here, and welcome to episode number 8 of the Football Manager 2020 save here with Burnley. It's the finale of Season 1, and it's come around quite quickly. Obviously for you it's been an episode every single day, but for me it just feels like this season has finished so quickly, and we're moving on to next season right after this. I forgot to say in the last episode that we would play the 2 games and then round up the season from there, so expect this to be a bit of a longer episode, but as you can see from our last match after the Brighton game in the last episode, we played Wolverhampton away. We got the point that we need to ensure that we survive. As you can see, Villa are almost certainly going to get 18th place, and West Ham will survive. As well as that, Sheffield United and Newcastle are the 2 to go down. And we'll just have a little look here in the Championship just to see which teams could be coming up. Because I think it'll be around the playoffs now, if I do believe. Let me just type in EFL. Why is it not showing me the... I just want to see the Championship. Fulham, there we go, they're in the Championship. Sky Bet Championship. Fulham finished 3rd. Swansea went up as champions, with West Brom coming up in 2nd place, and it's one of Fulham, Leeds, Blackburn and Huddersfield in the playoffs. So that's going to be interesting to see who finishes where in there. However, we've got 2 games now. Watford at home, in which I'd quite like to win, just so we could maybe overtake them and get 12th. And we've got Tottenham as well, away, a team, of course, which we beat earlier on in the season. They're fighting it out in amongst Europa League positions. The highest we could finish is literally 12th, and the lowest we could finish, let's have a look, it could still be probably 15th. So without further ado, let's get into this game then. We're going to try and play positively here because Watford are in a bit of bad form. This is the team that we're going to go with as well for the match. As you can see, Pope in goal, a back 4 of Loughton, Tarkowski, Gibson and Brady. Cork in the CDM position with Hendrick and Cham in midfield, and the front 3, the 3 in which we have combined, well, pretty much all season, and between them have scored that's 17 goals. Yeah, hasn't been the greatest season for our attacking players, but yeah, without further ado, let's submit the team. Then as you can see the bench: Hart, Barzi, me, Westwood, Lennon, Gomez and Ashley Barnes. As you can see here, Rodriguez is out, Taylor is out for the rest of the season. You saw that in the last episode, and Kevin Long is still actually out, and Brownhill is potentially, we might see him in the next game. But yeah, we'll submit the team and we'll play Nigel Pearson's men here and hope for a positive outcome. Maybe we can win our first match in I think it's something like 11. We'll have to see. We are favourites here, surprisingly. So let's go out there and give the fans a performance to cheer for. I'll tell them that I have faith in their abilities. Get out there and make a difference. You're 18th in the form table. I mean, that is relegation type form there. It's a good job that we weren't in a position in which we were fighting before this run started. Otherwise, it would just be bad. It would be nice, wouldn't it, to go the next 2 games unbeaten, as we could say we're unbeaten in 3 before the start of season 2. We'll have to see how these next 2 games can go. But as I said, if we were to finish 13th, I'd be happy. However, the gap that has been created here from Brighton and Watford shows our demise, really, to be honest with you. And the fact that we're probably unlikely now to get 40 points does show that that run really has affected our team performance. But yeah, we'll just encourage the boys here. As a highlight falls for us, Gibson can't win the header, and Deeney picks up the ball. A very strong physical striker here. What can he do with it? Finds Yamat. A lot of space has been open for Deulofeu, and good player is Gerard Deulofeu, but the ball goes over the bar. As you can see from the relegation zone, there is definitely potential to maybe buy some players from teams such as Newcastle, Villa especially, because they spent a lot of money, and maybe even Sheffield United might have, Sander Berge, for example. He's a big player. But I think midfield is one of the only sort of segments of this squad that I might not touch or have to strengthen as much. I think up top, is a massive priority. And I think we might need a new goalkeeper with Joe Hart going as well. Potentially look at the defence, but we'll have to do that all off camera. I'll show you that in the next episode as Wood gets it and he scores. It's double figures for Chris Wood. Unbelievable scenes there, just on the stroke of half time. Chris Wood has scored and we lead against Watford by a goal to nil. You can see here Matty Loughton picking up the ball on the wing. The highlight just allows, I didn't think much would happen, but it ricochets off that defender there. Is that Janmaat? Cathcart rather. It hits off Cathcart and Wood has an easy finish in the back of the net. And we lead a football match by a goal to nil. They've yet to register a shot on target. So let's tell them I'm happy with this as we progress on here to the second half. But as I was saying just previously, there is many positions that we need to improve, and you'll see, I think, that quite a few players will leave. I think because I don't think this is a championship team. I do think this is a Premier League team. It just hasn't been as good as what I would have liked it to be. But this is season 1. Still plenty of time left to try and achieve our goals for this series, which of course is to try and get them into Europe continuously. Brought on Lennon in the just before the 70th minute here. Another highlight we will try and entertain as Loughton finds Lennon. What can Lennon do with it? He's running inside with the ball, finds Jeff Hendrick, who finds Olivier Ncham. Good ball out wide to Loughton here. Loughton running inside to Lennon. Cork finds Jeff Hendrick, back to Lennon, to Ncham. Can he get the ball back to Loughton? He can. Can he get a man in the middle? Wood's there. Oh, it's very close to being his second of the game. But he's been unable to do anything with it. I am going to bring on somebody else. Let's take off Cork for Westwood and just see how that plays out. Of course, there'll be some players playing their final games or might have already played their final games for us, because players such as Hart, for example, Bardsley and Lennon, 3 players that are in and amongst the first team picture, will be going at the end of the season. I was contemplating actually extending Hart's contract. However, he still wants around 40 grand, and I just think that is not worth it. So if we can get that lower, we might see Joe Hart stay and us keep the same goalkeeper. But finally, we win a game of football. I'm going to be passionate here and say, well done. Chris Wood's only goal in the game means that we've got rid of this disgusting run that we went on. Let's have a look how many games that was. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games without a win. 2 draws, 8 losses. We bounce back against Watford. We'll move on then to the final game of the season, in which we are now fighting to stay 12th. We are going to, it depends how Southampton get in their game in hand, but the lowest we could finish now is really 14th, and the highest we could finish is 12th. Let's move on to Tottenham. Here we go then. It is game week 38 of episode 8. The last one in the season, away against an under-pressured manager in Jose Mourinho. We sit, despite our dreadful run, on a B-. However, Tottenham manager Jose Mourinho very much under pressure, especially if they lose this match and Everton climb into the top 7. Still close for the Premier League title, as you can see. Liverpool leading the Premier League with 82 points. Man City behind on 80 points, so it's going to be big to see which team wins that. And then it's still a race for Champions League between Leicester and Chelsea, and even, to be fair, where Man United will finish in that. And as you can see, Europa League as well. Arsenal in 6th could still overtake Chelsea, so still plenty to play for. Relegation battle looks all but confirmed. Our position in the league would be nice if it was 12th. It's either going to be that or 13th. It looks all but confirmed. This is pretty much a bit of a dead game, to be honest with you. However, we have beaten Mourinho once. Can we beat him again here today? I haven't really looked at this lineup, but I don't think I'm going to change it from the team that won last time out. I'm just thinking whether we play Ben Mee or we keep Gibson in there. I think we should just keep that the same. Of course, players will be leaving. Kevin Long will definitely be leaving. Joe Hart, I actually did offer a contract to, We accepted, I think, about 25 grand, but when I'm just comparing him to Peacock Farrell, I'm actually going to use just release him and use Peacock Farrell next season. Potentially, if we have money left, bring in a backup, but Pope should still be absolutely fine, I think, for next season. So as I say, Long will be leaving, Justin and Gomez will be leaving, Phil Bardsley, the legend, will be leaving as well, and Aaron Lennon on the bench as well. I don't really want to start any of them. I still want to play relatively strong because it would be nice to end the season 3 games unbeaten, wouldn't it? So this is what we will try to do here. Away at the new White Hart Lane, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And as you can see, they're running with a very solid 4-2-3-1. Harry Kane leading the line for Tottenham. Meanwhile, we've got our own Harry Kane and Chris Wood. The fans have been fantastic. Go out there and give them one last performance to cheer for. Let's see how we do. It would be nice to get something out of this, but then again, I wouldn't be too disappointed. I've changed the mentality to balanced rather than playing quite positive. We'll just see. We'll just see how it goes, and we'll stick with that. But yeah, 12th isn't the worst place to finish this season. I think I'd have taken 12th. Next season, though, I think the aims with this club has got to be to aim for top half. Definitely get that goal difference a lot better, and then we go from there, I think, and see what we can do. Maybe try and do a bit better in the cup competitions, because we were knocked out in the 4th round in the FA Cup, of course, and in the Carabao Cup we were knocked out in the, I think it was the 3rd round, wasn't it? Which was a bit disappointing. But yeah, the league is what I'm mainly focusing on. But I would like to bring some trophies here to Burnley, if we could maybe do so. As Alderweireld on it to Son, finds Davies to Lo Celso, back to Davies to Ali, finds Ndombele. Oh no, we've brought the defender out. Oh, he's hit the bar. Strong effort hitting the bar there. But we'll continue on. Highlight. Goodmanson in possession of it. Oh, it hits the post there. Big effort. But the ball goes out of play for a goal kick. And 40 minutes in here, looking like we're close to half time with the score at 0-0. Right. A lot of possession. Do we try and play a bit more positively and see if we can try and do something in this game? Let's have a look. If we try and actually, do I make any changes? Let's take off Hendrick. Hendrick for Westwood. We'll swap them 2 round like that. Let Cork play a little bit higher up the pitch and see what that can do. But we'll play positively. Let's see if we can do something in the final 45 of the season. If we win, we would get up to over 40 points, which is, well, was the aim this season. But obviously 40 points is definitely not needed to survive. You only needed 31 by the looks of it to survive. Over 30 points is crazy. A ball in the box and Cham finding Westwood. Back to Cham to Westwood. Off the bench. Ooh, good save by Hugo Lloris. In the Spurs net. What can he do with it? Sessegnon finds Lucas. What's he going to do with it? To Gedson. To Sessegnon. No. Ryan Sessegnon with his first goal of the season. How many games has he played? Not many. For £27 million, Ryan Sessegnon scores his first goal of the season. Good ball in the box there from Lucas. Finding Gedson, who then puts in the ball rather. And it's Sessegnon there, beats the defender. And the ball goes into the back of the net. It's 1-0 Tottenham. Can we find an impact? An instant impact here and maybe get something from this match? It would be nice. However, we've tried to play positively. And it looks like it just hasn't worked for now. As in Cham's on it. Oh my god, he tries to go solo, but it just doesn't work for him. Right, let's bring on some more changes, I think, 70 minutes in. Let's give a start to Barnes. This could be Barnes' last appearance in a shirt. And let's give Lennon it as well, because Lennon's been quite good. Of course, against Newcastle, you guys saw Lennon scoring, winning us the game. And Ashley Barnes as well, making an impact in a few games this season. I'm going to try and demand a bit more as this highlight continues. Tarkovsky's on it. Come on, boys, get an equaliser. Let us see another goal. Loughton to Lennon. Running past some men here to Cork. Back to Lennon. Behind you, maybe Lennon. There we go. Tarkovsky. Can't get the ball forward, and now they break. Harry Kane is through. It's Harry Kane. It's his 25th of the season for Harry Kane. Of course, will be leading the line in the Euros, no doubt, for England. And he's helped his tally there. 25. It's dreadful defending here, as just a simple bit of passing for Tottenham allows Harry Kane to get through. It's a good finish on his left foot, and Nick Pope is easily beaten. And Tottenham looks set for what seems to be a Europa League football, and it appears that Liverpool are going to wrap up the Premier League title here as well. Man City second. It's full time. It's the end of the season. Unlucky, boys. It would have been nice. However, it's a 2-0 defeat to round out the season. That's not the greatest, but it's not the worst as well. As the season is concluded, Liverpool are champions for the first time in the Premier League. Man City second. And actually, oh no, Chelsea finished fourth. Leicester bottled Champions League football after getting hammered 5-0 by Manchester United. Igalo got a hat-trick. He scored 14 goals, 17 starts. It's not too bad. Made a lot of appearances off the bench though, but well done to him. As you can see there, then it's Liverpool, City, United, Chelsea, Leicester, Tottenham finishing 7th behind Arsenal, Everton missing out on Europa League, and we sit there 12th, 38 games, 38 points, 9 wins, 11 draws, and 18 losses. So a ratio of 20 to 18, which is literally half, isn't it? Near enough. But Villa on 28 points went down. That's crazy that you needed literally 30 points or above to survive. I wonder what it'll be like next season. However, we finished 12th. It's mid-table. We've got to look to try and push at the top half. But to be fair, Wolves, we need to get 58 points to get top half. That is a big target, considering we only got 38 this season. Big gaps here between Wolves, Brighton and Burnley downwards. Big indeed. Liverpool win the Premier League, as we've just confirmed. Burnley received £18 million, near enough, for achieving a mid-table finish. The board are delighted with that. We'll do this press conference on camera. Let's have a little look here. We need to work hard on getting back on track. It's been a productive season, let's go say. I want to take wait there. Man City, parting company with Pep. I have a great deal of sympathy towards Pep there, because that's crazy to see that Pep has been 2 points rather, for winning the Premier League title, and he's been sacked. Has he been sacked? Managers, he's been sacked. That's unbelievable that they've sacked him so suddenly as well. No one else looks like they've lost their job. However, Everton manager Carlo Ancelotti is the favourite. Are we wanted? No, we aren't wanted for the Man City job. However, we finished 12th. Burnley, 38 points. Chris Wood was our highest scorer on 10 goals. He's got 10 goals every season in the Premier League he's been here for Burnley. I mean, I don't think that's good enough in my personal perspective. James Tarkovsky with the highest average rating of 7. He's been good, and he'll definitely be here next season. Matty Loughton with the most assists, and that was only 5. I think he'll be here next season as backup to Kyle Walker-Peters. Of course, the signing that we've brought him in January. Cork with the best pass completion. He did rather well, I think, this season in the DLP role. I have looked at the squad already and just seen where we're going to maybe transfer list players. And there is about 5-6 players that I think we need to improve upon in certain positions to get the best out of the squad next season and to build on this 12th players finish. But we'll advance on, because I'll show you what the budgets are, and then I think we'll round out the episode there. I'm just going to save the game here quickly, and then I'll be with you when we have the stack of emails regarding the end of season. Right then, here's many of the emails here regarding the end of the season. Fans player of the season, James Tarkovsky. To be fair, I'd absolutely agree with that. I think he was probably our best player in the team. Absolutely fantastic player he's been for us. 35% of the votes went to him. Surprisingly, Ashley Westwood was second. He got an average rating of 7, to be fair. He's probably one that we might want to keep hold of for next season. Would I agree with that? I don't know. Olivier and Cham got the goal of the season against Palace. Let's just we'll watch this together. Why not? And we'll see what this was. I'm trying to think. Was this on camera or not? It might have been against Palace. I'm trying to think what it was now. Whether it was an outside the box shot against Palace. No, I think we did play Palace in an episode. I can't remember though. Let's take a look then. So Loughton picks up the ball on the right hand side. What does he do with it? Finds Goodmanson to Cham, and then he fires it on the edge of the box. I recognise that goal. I can't remember if that was on camera though. But that was the goal in which got goal of the season. It's a fair play to him. Signing of the season as well, unbelievably went to him because he was pretty much the only permanent signing and the only player that could really get that award. And a young player of the season at 24, whether he counts as that. But to be fair, he played 37 games, never really got injured for us. Congratulations to Olivier for getting that award. I don't know who else would get that in terms of a young player because there's nobody else really young in the team apart from this guy. But when you're a winger and you've only got 3 goals and 3 assists and an average rating of 6.6, don't think this guy could get it. I mean, I'm going to keep him here for next season, but if he continues like that, it's troublesome. It is troublesome. It's going to have to be a position that I'm having to have I'm going to have a look at the winger position. I think we definitely need a right winger, but left winger. Can we rely on McNeil for next season? I'm not too sure. This will be the thinking processes I'll have to have off camera as we prepare for season 2. Stats quickly. Chris Wood, as I said, top scorer. We actually went through that already. Robbie Brady with the most yellow cards. Tarkovsky got the most man of the match awards. Congratulations to him. And then 3 of our players got red carded, which isn't too bad for us there. So our season review. Few will have tipped Burnley to be capable of avoiding relegation, but they confounded every expectation by achieving a solid mid-table finish. The Clarets were one of the competition's more unpredictable sides. I'll take that. Enjoying a successful spell in between August, September. In between episode 1 and 2, well, it would be 2 and 3 rather. We only lost 1, and I think that was definitely very good for us. Our match of the season was that win against Tottenham, 3-2. I'd argue Arsenal was up there as well when we beat them, but a moment to forget was definitely on camera. You guys saw, didn't you, against Everton? It was a hideous display of football, and we lost by 5-0. However, you can see we finished 12th in the league, which is decent. Good position there. We've tried to strengthen and maybe reach the top half next season or around this same position again. We lost in the 4th round against Preston North End at home, and then we lost as well to Blackburn in basically the first round in which we participated in. Again, I think was at home, or was it away? It was away, I think, that one. Still disappointing though. We used 23 players, which was the 12th joint highest, and our stadium was nearly full to capacity at 21,339, which is decent as well. We have the meeting here to discuss what we are going to do regarding our club culture, and I mean, this looks hideous. This is everything which we are striving against, because the current club vision, oh my god, they've literally made it that already. I don't want to do any of that. We've just got to continue to avoid relegation. Oh my god, they've added in all this. Look at this previous objectives given comparison. It's disgusting. Let's keep that in because they're satisfied. We're going to have to keep this sign players. Make the most of set pieces is something that we already do. To be fair, let's just get rid of that. Minimum 3-year contracts. We can keep that in. Let's suggest that. I really don't want to play direct football. I'm sorry, I really don't. It's beginning to look like something. Okay, let's just continue then. Oh no, this is... The issue we have is that you're unwilling. I don't want to play it. I really do not want to play it. I know this is going to turn red, isn't it? We've just got to continue with it. We've got to try and play direct. They are not going to like my club culture, but to be fair, they didn't really like us when they were satisfied with that. That turned disappointed, and I think they'll adhere to it as long as results on the pitch are okay. So we'll accept that, but this is a disgusting club culture and one that I shan't be attempting to keep with. Managerial support is good, that's positive, and dressing room atmosphere is positive as well. Just looking at the team leaders here, I can see Goodmanson up in there. He's been here a canny while now. I think he might be looking. We might have to look to let him go. Cork's up there as well with Ben Mee. But yeah, this is definitely going to get tinkered with a lot. this seaon. End of team meeting. Let's see. Now, I don't think I can say top half to these because they will go mental. I think we can say mid-table, and they'd be happy with that. Unrealistic. Let's say relegation battle then. Yeah, it's disappointing that that's what they think, but we'll try and upset the odds. We're going to China. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. And yeah, I just want to keep with you here because I want to see. I want to see what our budgets are before we end the season. I actually forgot to show you one thing in a previous episode. We of course had the youth intake, and there was one decent. I've signed in about 3 players, I think, from it, but there was one decent player that is actually a 5-star potential. I just want to show you quickly, as that still hasn't come up there. Has it come up in here? No. If I go into the development centre here and just show you the under 18s tab, this guy here, Ian Spooner. I'm training here to be a winger, the right-hand side, but he's wanted as well by West Brom actually. But yeah, 5-star potential. This guy could be the real deal in the right wing for us in the future. Can't remember anybody else. I think it might have been this guy. Yeah, Bullock. He was another one that we got. 3.5-star potential. He could be another one that, given time, might develop, so that will be exciting to see how he goes. Loughton creates a new record for most assists. Player of match, yeah, clean sheets. 8 clean sheets for Pope. That's not unbelievable, but by no means the worst. As Dominic Calvert-Lewin is breaking records as well. Let's just continue on, as Bayern Munich have sacked their manager as well. But I wonder who's going to take over that job, because that is going to be big to see what will happen in regards to that. We're just going to continue on a little bit further. Don't want to go any further than after June because we need to start doing business. However, I'd just like to know whether or not we have a big budget or not. I'd like around 50 million. I think 50 million would be nice. Leeds are making offers for Harrison. Can we all make that offer? No, it must be just them that can do that. It's a bit annoying. Let's continue on. I'll take a look at my scouting meetings after we've seen. Because yeah, I've been doing this all of the season, just continuously scouting players, and you end up with a big plethora on our shortlist. And I'd like to do like a live transfer window, but it would just take me so much time that I think it's just better if I do it off camera and then we talk about it. And play a match for the first game of the episode. I'll do all the friendlies as well and bled them in, but I do like to take my time when I continue on with this save in terms of transfers. As you can see, Liverpool win the FA Cup to add to the collection of the Premier League. Where did they do in the Champions League? Are they still in that? Oh my God, they could be on for a treble, as it's Leipzig they play. That's very strange indeed. When do they play? On the 30th, a week's time. Let's have a look at some of these other competitions then, because everything will be done by now. The Bundesliga, Leipzig finished 6th. Dortmund won it, that's surprising. Bayern finished 2nd. Mönchengladbach and Leverkusen round out the top 4. What about, let's have a look at Barcelona's league. Well, the La Liga, let's have a look. Oh, I've just that La Liga. Let's have a look. Who won La Liga? It was Real Madrid by 10 points to Atletico. No wonder Barcelona have sacked their manager as well, because they finished 4th. That is not very good for the standard of Barcelona, so they won't be very happy with that. And in Serie A, Juventus smashed the league with Cristiano Ronaldo getting top goal scorer and top average rating. Inter Milan finishing 2nd, with Milan and Roma completing the top 4. That's good enough for them. Who won the English League One? Of course, we saw who got promoted from the Championship. In League One, however, why can't I find the English League One? Let's just type in Sunderland, because they're the team that I expect to win the league. Why does it always click off when I type in the name of a team? They did. They smashed the league there. They won it. Accrington versus Shrewsbury is the final. Ipswich was second. Playoffs are between 5th and 6th place. Who was relegated? Let's have a look. Southend, Tranmere and Wimbledon. And we'll have a little quick look here to see in League 2. I've clicked on this guy's profile. Did he? He didn't play in League 2. Brilliant. Let's have a look. League 2. Let's see. So Lincoln won the league, so they're going to be getting promoted. Oh no, they weren't. They were last season. Colchester United won the league with Walsall and Scunthorpe getting in the promotion places, and it's either Salford City or Crewe Alexander that'll be taking the next spot in League One. So good luck to either of them two teams. But we'll just continue on a little bit further here. Still haven't picked up our budgets yet, which is a little bit concerning. I hope they're not going to give me £5 million to spend. But as I say, ideally about £50 million. Of course, we've got no European football to that would aid our finances. It's literally just what we have, and I don't think I'll be getting offered any managerial positions. I'm not looking to leave. I'm absolutely not looking to leave. I'm going to be staying at Burnley and attempting to get this team into Europe, and we're going to try and get some trophies with them. There's the board set initial budgets. Let's take a look at this then. So we have been hit with a tax bill of around £9 million. Okie dokie. Decent bit of sponsorship actually in the club. The merchandise, Rodriguez was the highest selling shirt, and Cham Olivier there was third, McNeil fourth, Goodmanson second, and Wood fifth. Here we go though. I'm wanting about 50 million to come up here. That would be good, I think, to bring in some new players. 52 million. I'm happy with that. 52 million, 100 grand on the wage budget, I think is enough to bring in a good amount of players. Sam Vokes' contract here is going. Let's sell that out. Why not? Kyle Walker-Peters, of course, will be brought in. So we've basically had about £65 million to play with, which is good. We spent 12.5 of it technically already on bringing in Kyle Walker-Peters. He's had a decent season as well, actually. He's had pretty much a full season for Southampton. Of course, we injured him when we played Southampton. An average rating of 6.77 is okay. Is okay indeed. I like his crossing ability, but that is more than enough money to bring in some players to help improve this squad. This will look a lot different, this screen, I think, when the next episode comes around. But I just want to thank you so much for your continued support for this season. Of course, it's my first ever series on YouTube, this Burnley Save, and I'm just thankful for you guys watching the videos, leaving likes, and as I say, it really does appreciate. I do appreciate it, and it really does help me out as we continue to create content for you. If you are enjoying this video and enjoying the series, check out the other videos that are on the channel from the save. Hit the like button as well, and we will be back for season 2 definitely, as we aim to take Burnley a little bit higher up in the table. I think top half is what I'd like to aim for, but I want a bit more success in the trophies as well, because that's what I want to win. I want to win trophies. I want to get Burnley into Europe. It is going to be difficult, but why can't we get there? Thank you very much for watching, boys. Hit the like button. Comment any transfer suggestions that you may think could help this team. And I'll see you for the next episode of Season 2 very soon. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.